beauties, welcome to another Get Ready With Me video. Today, like I promised you guys, we are going to be doing, I always say we, but you and I will be doing a tutorial using the new Tapatio and Hip Dot collection. It is sold out on their website, and I actually was looking for it online, and I saw that a lot of people were actually reselling the entire kit, which on the website, on the official Hip Dot website, it was $72 for everything, and people were selling this for legit like $300 on some other websites, similar to like eBay and stuff. But this is a collector's box. This is everything included in here. You have two eyeshadow palettes. You have some lip glosses, a bottle of Tapatio in a keychain format, and then this little box here is empty, but this is actually a really huge beauty sponge, which is this one here. So it really expands really big. I've been using it, which is why it's not in here. I am going to be using the lip glosses today and also one of the eyeshadow palettes, but let me show you the eyeshadow palettes. These are it, and I already did one tutorial using these palettes. So you have this one here, which is La Diabla. I'm not going to be using this palette today only because I'm wearing this really bright orange turtleneck top that I got from Zara. They all come with like this beautiful glitter shadow that you can use, and some shimmers and some mattes. And they also come with a little mirror here, which is nice, and it has it says Hola Bonita when you're looking at yourself, and it's the Tapatio man right there. And then they also have this one, which is El Dorado, which I am going to be using today. And again, it has the mirror and a little saying here, but this palette is really beautiful as well, and it's not necessarily filled with so many orange colors. It has that green, some yellows, and this beautiful glitter on this top left hand corner, which we're going to use for sure. So I've been wanting to try the Shake Primer by Blvd, and I finally got it in my P.O. box, and I just wanted to try it out. It just looks so cool, like the concept itself. A little bit goes a long way. High impact eyeshadow primer. So it says to shake well to mix. So you shake it up, remove the cap, and press the button on the bottom of the bottle to dispense 1 drop. Okay, so you shake it up, you take the lid off. Ooh, look at this, right? So you really got to shake it. And then there's a little button at the bottom here, so you can dispense a drop into your fingertips. But as soon as I stop shaking it, it kind of goes back into the formula separates again. So we're going to get a little bit of this. A little goes a long way, so let's try to use that on both eyelids all the way through. Normally, all of the eyeshadow primers that I use are either pigmented or neutral, but none of them have ever been clear. And then you want to let that dry for a little bit before you apply your eyeshadow. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and use El Dorado eyeshadow palette. I haven't done a look using this palette at all, so I'm not sure what we're going to come out with today at the end of the video, but that's, I guess, the fun part of today's video is that I don't even know what's going to happen. So I'm going to start off with the Diffused Crease Brush by Sigma Beauty. This actually came in a 12 days till Christmas advent calendar. I'm going to start off by taking the color Salsa Picante, which is this one here, to gently buff it out onto the eyelid and kind of just blow it out to really have that yellow peeking through. All right, so I have the color all over the eyelids. So I'm gonna go in with a different blending brush, guys. And there's this color, it's like a matte brick reddish color. It's called Bonita, which is this one here. And it's just a deeper color. I'm just going to take it and deepen up this little area here. So I'm just gonna take it and apply it onto the crease. So now it's looking really nice and deep. I am loving it. It's giving me fall vibes. I want to know from you guys in the comment section if you adapted any new hobbies during the quarantine. This year, I feel like a lot of us definitely learned to cook or just refined our skills. For me, one of the things that I started doing more, because I was actually towards the end of my pregnancy, when, you know, the lockdown took place. And one of the things that I would do a lot was to paint with acrylic paints. And I did a lot of beautiful paintings that I kind of just follow tutorials of online. And I've always painted, and I've always also drawn since I was a little girl. One of the ways that I show affection to someone that I truly care about is by drawing self-portraits of them. And I've only done it to my dad when I was little, which is when I discovered that I actually had the talent for drawing, because I actually drew my dad and it looked exactly like him, like freehand. And then I also drew my husband for Christmas in 2015. So those are the only two portraits that I've ever done. So I feel like I definitely have a talent for painting and I would say drawing and those creative aspects. Since I was little, I feel like that's been a talent of mine, but I never acknowledged it because I'm like, I don't paint like Picasso. I'm not, you know, I didn't go to art. Well, I did go to art school. I went to the Art Institute to major in fashion design and fashion merchandising, but I didn't necessarily go to art school to become like a painter or anything like that. And it's not something that I fully invest all of my time in. So I never felt like I really had that talent, but I am an artist in a sense. I don't feel like you have to have a classification or a degree to be an artist. I think that's the way of the world. And I know a lot of people who, and I've seen, and this might sound a little controversial, and I don't mean it to be offensive in any way, but I have encountered people who actually go to school to become trained and professional makeup artists and actually work in the industry and downplay and talk down on people who don't have that degree but are just as equally or even more talented when it comes to the art of applying makeup. You don't have to have a validation from someone if you already have that innate talent within yourself. Like, you have every right to call yourself an artist, to call yourself a musician, if that's something that you are passionate about and you love doing, and that's your gift. The world doesn't necessarily have to recognize that for you to have that validation. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Photo Finish Radiance Smashbox Illuminator. This one's really great for the just more of a luminosity to your skin, and it's a really great primer also. I love these primers. The foundation that I'm using though, it is a soft matte, so it's really gonna help kind of bring some glow into the foundation. Oh my gosh, so I am working on a video, ladies, on like how I reset on the weekends, because the weekends for me are completely reserved for family time, movie night, pizza night, a lot of spiritual work. I definitely still work out. I move my body every single day. And I have a whole new routine of things that I've been doing just to really keep myself grounded and to keep myself happy and to keep my cup full, because as a mom, and honestly just as a human being, but for me it's never been more important in my lifetime than now as a mom to a little baby and balancing everything else that I have going on in my life to take care of myself first. I feel like before I wouldn't even drink water, you know, and I didn't even really care about my health in a sense that I was so proactively, you know, choosing better things to eat and moving my body all the time. Even though I worked out a lot back then, I didn't really necessarily do it from a different mentality of like, I'm moving my body because this is really good for my body. I need to move my body to stay healthy. Before, I would work out for, I guess in my mind, I just felt like, well, if you want to get six packs, you better start working out. And I didn't necessarily enjoy it. And I always felt like it was torture for me to do cardio and all those things. And now when I wake up in the morning and it's cardio day, which is definitely my least favorite because I do not enjoy jumping and, you know, push-ups. I don't enjoy that kind of stuff. I'm more of a weight training type of person. But now I have a whole different mentality. When I start working out, I'm already like, you know, doing my jumping jacks, and I'm like, yeah, this is great. My body's loving it, you know? So it's a different mentality that I've adapted when it comes to working out, and I enjoy it more because I know my body needs this type of movement, and I know that I'm getting stronger each and every single day. And remember, like on the last video, oh, by the way, I'm using the NARS foundation in Barcelona Medium 4, which is my favorite. I've been using it a lot on my channel, but Remember, like, even in my last video, ladies, I was obsessing over the fact that I was not losing any, like, I'm still the same. Well, actually I already dropped some weight, which I'm really excited about, but I was really obsessing over my weight and bouncing back, to be honest with you. So why fix something that's not broken, which is why I'm using the same concealer that I used on my last video by IT Cosmetics, by Under Eye Illuminator, which is really gonna brighten up our under eye area if you decide to use it. Okay, so we're gonna use the Eye Naughty Contour Brush by Huda Beauty, and I'm just gonna take a little bit of the concealer and put it on. But I wanted to continue that conversation about our weight, right? And there's this woman who's a model. I believe she's probably like in her either early 80s or late 70s, and she has this YouTube channel, and I came across a video of hers that just totally changed the way that I see my stomach area in particular, or any other area in my body that I don't see it the fittest, you know, like tight and lean and everything. And she did a video about dry brushing and how she takes care of her body, and it's gotten so many views. It's a really popular video of hers because it's really admirable to see women in that age group to look so youthful and so full of life and vibrant, and it's really inspiring. And she was just kind of talking about dry brushing and the benefits of, you know, dry brushing your entire body to promote circulation and to drain the lymphatic system. In that video, she said something that really stuck out to me, and it really struck a chord with the way that I was seeing my body, because prior to this awareness, I was working out to get rid of the love handles that I acquired that, you know, were causing me a lot of heartache because I wasn't fitting into my clothing, and I was just really obsessed. I was working out, like I said, 7 days a week, but with the mentality of burning all of those calories off, and I was just obsessed over it in a very unhealthy way. Even though it was really great for my body, the mentality aspect of it was not healthy for sure. And she grabbed like her skin. She's like, yeah, I got a little bit of cellulite here. I have like all of this skin right here. And she grabbed her love handle, which she didn't have one, but she wasn't like super like fat less, you know what I mean? Like, she had a beautiful, beautiful woman body. She grabbed it and she's like, what am I gonna do? Like, waste all of my energy, my precious energy, trying to get rid of this? Like, no, that's just the way it is, you know? And I love that approach to it because it made me realize that I was exerting so much of my precious energy into changing a part of my body instead of just embracing it and working hard to, you know, if I do want to be lean, and which is my goal, to be lean, look at it from a different perspective and not be so obsessed with it, but instead love my body as it is now, instead of being so obsessed with not liking that and not fitting into my clothes, which was not doing me any favors as far as my mental health. So I'm going to take the color Bonita, and I am going to apply this color to the under eye area because I feel like it just looks too heavy from the top. So now we are going to take Spicy Mummy, which is a shimmery orange color, and that will of course go all over our eyelid. We've been putting on so many matte colors that I think it's time to explore something fun. Shimmers are my friend. I actually got this really great beauty brand sent in a few days ago. It's called Maven Beauty, and they have a waterproof liquid eyeliner. And they have these really cool products, so I'm definitely going to be using them a lot more in my video. So I'm going to shake up the eyeliner, and I'm going to do myself a little bit of a nice wing. And I'm going to do this before I put on any glitter because I don't want the glitter. It's always harder to put on liquid eyeliner when you have glitter chunks on top of it. So my baby's calling me for booby. I hear him. I'm going to put some of the glitter adhesive onto a little dish, and I'm going to use a flat concealer brush like this one to apply the product first, the adhesive, kind of like where I want this to be, which is going to be on the eyelid space. And then I'm going to take this small tapered blending brush by Sigma Beauty, and we're going to apply the color Con Limon, which is a kind of like a sea moss green highlight. And this one is going to go into the inner tear duct unexpectedly. I honestly feel like whenever you do colors that are unexpected, like normally I would do like a golden highlight or something like that, but when you do a green, I feel like that's what really grabs people's attention. So we're gonna leave that there. I might do a little bit more blending in a little bit, but I want to go ahead and move on to the eyelashes. I have these eye-opening lashes and dramatic lashes by KVD. These are some new lashes, vegan falls eyelashes. So I'm thinking, ladies, we are going to do, ooh, go big or go home. We're gonna do dramatic. Why not go big or go home, right? So let's put on these lashes and see how they come out. I'm already liking them. They look pretty tapered. Okay, they do come with their own little vegan eyelash adhesive. And I'm going to take a little bit of my Lash Sensational Mascara by Maybelline and apply a few coats to my eyelashes. They really do open up your eyes. That's gorgeous. Okay, so these are the lashes. I'm going to let them dry. I'm going to go ahead and continue with the contour and everything else on the face. So I am going to take a little bit more of this setting. Actually, no, I'm going to take a mattifying powder by The Balm, and I'm going to apply the powder just around the nostril areas because I'm already seeing like some shine kind of coming through. And I want to be a little bit more mattified than usual in the T-zone. So what I'm going to do first is actually give myself a really beautiful golden illuminating glow. For that, I'm using the Pure Cosmetics Mineral Glow. So I'm going to take a flat top contour brush. This is kind of similar to like the MAC 109. And drag a little bit of this bronzer all around because you don't just want the bronzer to be in your cheeks, you know, you really want it to be all over your face, like if it was sun-kissed. Damn, I love this product. This one's good. And then I am going to contour a little bit using the Sculpt from the Contour 101 palette by Pop Beauty. And for that, I'm using a contour brush. So again, just make sure you look for something that's cool tone, gray tone. This one's gonna be great to give you that fake look of sunken cheeks. And the reason I like an angled brush is because you can just kind of pat it onto that area down here and just keep it in the back. It's gonna give you perfect application because of the way that the brush is cut. So after that, I'm taking this finishing brush by Laura Mercier, and I really like this brush, guys, because you don't want to apply any product onto this brush. It's just to kind of like finish off the application and the blending of everything. Such a genius product, one of my new favorites. I love it. It's kind of like a stippling brush. It looks like it's dual fiber, and it is actually, it's dual fiber, and it's just really nice and fluffy, and the bristles are just so nice to blend and buff everything out, especially when you're doing contour and blush and bronzer and all of those powders. You want them to look seamless on your face. So taking a brush like this and just lightly going in circles wherever you applied your powders is just going to give you that beautiful flawless finish. And again, we're not applying any color onto this brush. It's just strictly to finish off the blending. I'm going to do a highlight, and I'm also going to use the Maven Beauty. This one is called Dripped Out. Dripped Out. My little boy Isaac, oh my gosh, he is such a cool kid. And these young kids, I'm like, these young kids have like the specific lingo that they use between themselves. And one of them is the word drip. Like if you're drip, I feel so like not cool saying that, but this one's called Dripped Out, and Isaac's like always using the word drip when he references like what he's wearing. But anyways, so I'm gonna take a soft blend 40 by Sigma Beauty, and I'm taking the Dripped Out highlight. I'm just gonna apply this up here. Doesn't disappoint. It's a beautiful highlight. But this one's a little bit more golden, so it's perfect for something like this. Okay, so next I'm going to take a little bit of the setting spray, Your Skin But Better setting spray, also one of my favorites. It smells like coconut. It's just so hydrating, and it sets your makeup smell so good. Which, by the way, I'm going to start putting all of my favorites all into one place because I need to drop a favorites video. Everything is just all over the place. So I'm gonna freaking put that on the side, put this brush on the side because we're gonna talk about it next time, okay? So now the lip color. Tapatio also has these tiny little lip glosses here. When I first saw this, I had no idea that these were actually lip glosses, ladies. And they're actually like plumping lip glosses in different colors. So we have like a red, a deep berry, a clear gloss, we have the orange one, and we have a nude one. So since we have a lot of color on the lips, I think I'm gonna go for the nude one today, or even the clear one, to be honest. I am going to do a lipstick and apply that as a topper, but I just thought the idea behind having these tiny little Tapatio bottles was so cute. Tapatio is not even spicy. On a level of like spiciness, Tapatio is a 0, honestly. Like that's not spicy at all to me. But funny enough, if you're Mexican, I was just tweeting about this. I didn't know that in different parts of Mexico, not everybody loves spicy food. I thought like loving spicy food was a Mexican thing like all throughout the country. I was born in Michoacan, right? Zacapu, Michoacan, that's where I'm from. And my husband was born here in LA, but his family is from Jalisco, Guadalajara, I believe. So the entire country of Mexico does not love spicy food the way that Michoacan people love spicy food, because for me, literally every single thing, I have to have some type of chile. If it doesn't have chile, I don't even want it. And I was actually tweeting about this the other day because I was having that discussion with my husband how he does not like spicy food. Like he doesn't mind something spicy, but if you're from Michoacan and you're having pozole, for example, we make this red sauce that a little tiny teaspoon is going to put your whole life on fire, like your mouth on fire. We love to eat spicy food to the point where you're like dripping in sweat. You can't think straight. You can't talk. You can't even breathe. You feel like you're on the brink of death. And that's when it's the bombest. Like that's how spicy the food is for us. And that's how we love it. Like that's legit how we love to eat our pozole, our menudo. Anything in our lives, guys, it has to be super spicy. But on the other hand, in my family, my husband's side of the family, they eat chile, but I've never seen them eat chile like Michoacan people eat chile, you know? And my husband, case in point, he doesn't like chile like that. But then again, I also had a subscriber tell me that her husband is from Jalisco, and he really loves spicy food. So I don't know if it's just my husband who doesn't love spicy food, but I'm like, if you don't love spicy food, who are you? That's why Tapatio for me is, and like hot Cheetos, that's nothing. That is not spicy. I don't consider that spicy food at all. But anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and do my lip color. Let me know in the comment section what part of Mexico are you from and how much do you guys love chile? Do you love it like me, or do you love it like all right? My husband actually tells me that he loves to taste the other flavors in the food. But for me, I don't care about the other flavors. Like, I just need it to be spicy. That's how it's bomb. Because I'm not messing around and putting tapatio en pozole. I don't know about you, but that's not a thing for me. Okay, so this lip liner is by e.l.f. It's the Retro Paradise lip liner. And it's just like a, you know, it's a nudie brown lip color. And then I'm going to take Velvet Teddy by MAC and apply to the inner part of the lips. I feel like this kind of gives me like a 90s lip. Velvet Teddy is actually a matte finish. Yep, it's matte. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Bonita, which is the lip gloss, and I like, if I recall, like these actually tingle. I don't know if they necessarily have like lip plumping properties into it. I think maybe it's just like the tingle of like when you're eating something spicy, which I thought was a pretty clever idea. That, and it smells really good too. It smells sweet. It smells really good. But that's pretty much the whole entire look, ladies and gentlemen. I'm actually really happy with the outcome. My favorite part definitely has to be the pop of green. I feel like all the orange on the eyes and the softness of the skin, like a little bit of green, that kind of color that is unexpected, was just like the cherry on top. So how do you guys like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? What do you think? Leave me a comment down below. Also, leave me a comment about anything that you have an opinion on in regards to today's video. I know that whenever I do videos like this where I just kind of sit down and talk to you guys, I am more open to, I open up myself to feedback, of course, but sometimes that feedback is not necessarily the most positive. So I just wanted to say that with that in mind, I am not afraid to talk about what's on my mind and to share my feelings with you and show you authentically who I am. I feel like that's how you start to build your tribe, is by really being truly authentically yourself, because not everybody's gonna like you, and that's something that I had to come to realize, because I feel like I played it safe for so long because I wanted everybody to not be just, I don't know, I just wanted to keep things kind of smooth sailing on my channel, but you also have to really speak your mind. And I feel like the beautiful thing about having a YouTube channel is having a platform to speak about things that you love and that you're passionate about, whether people agree or disagree. I think that's the beautiful thing about having a platform. So the last thing that I just wanted to say, that I kind of went off topic and I didn't even talk about, but there's this app, it's called Pattern, and it's like an astrological birth chart type of app that tells you so much detail about yourself and some of the qualities that you have. It's just a really fun app. And yesterday when I was putting Isaac to bed, I was just kind of browsing through the app, and I came across this thread of people that were answering the question, what is something that nobody knows about you? And so many people were just kind of opening up very candidly about things that nobody knows about them. And some of those things, some people were saying how, you know, they seem to appear very bubbly and happy on the outside, but when they're alone with themselves, they feel very disconnected with the world, with their reality, with people. People felt, you know, like some people had drug addictions. Some people were going through like drug withdrawals from opioids. So many people going through so many different things, you know, and it made me realize how important it is for us to be kind to one another and to not let the internet be such an easy escape for us to be mean and rude, even if we disagree with what the person is saying, you know, because we don't know what we're all going through. Like I'm telling you, all of these people appear, and even they said it, that they appear to be having it all put together. Some people graduated from college and they have this amazing career, and deep down inside, they feel like they don't measure up to anything, like they're not happy with themselves, and among other different things, you know. And so I just want to put this message out there, especially for us women, because I feel like it's been embedded into us to be very critical and judgmental about the decisions that we make in our lives and about the way that we look and everything. And I don't think it's right. And I think in order for us to progress, I feel like we have to really do our best to support and be there for each other. You know, like the thing that I love about my YouTube channel and about the book club and how I see it, and I might be a little naive in seeing it this way, but I really want it to be a community of women who support each other. And when I do these sit down videos, it's like I'm talking to a girlfriend. I'm talking to my sister. And a girlfriend and a sister would never put me down in such a way that sometimes the comments try to do when they disagree on a subject. You know, if we don't have anything positive to contribute or uplifting or constructive, like, why even say anything? Our words are so powerful and they shape our reality. So let's contain those negative words and not put them out there, because they are creating and literally shaping our reality. And again, it just kind of goes back to being more mindful of the fact that a lot of us, I'm sure every single one of us that is watching this video, every single one of us is dealing with something that we don't openly talk about, emotions and feelings that maybe we're not proud to express and share with the world. So why not be a little bit more kind and understanding, and not just be so quick to lash out and try to, you know, be on a pedestal and talk down on people? Like, why do that? That's not constructive. It doesn't help. And even more so with the way that the world is right now, like, That's the last thing that we need, especially, I'm telling you, especially between us women, because you will never hear another man talk and criticize another man with what he decides to do with his body or with his life to that extent. And with women, I feel like it's so easy for us to be like, you want to get a facelift, but what about self-love? Like you don't love yourself. Like why even go there? I don't understand it. Like there's nothing wrong with wanting to enhance the way that you look. And if you disagree with that and that's something that your values don't align with, you have every right not to do that, but that doesn't mean that you should belittle someone else for the decisions that they're making with their body and that they have every right to do so and stand from a place and judge from a place like if you're better than that person because you don't have any procedures done on yourself. You know, like that's where the problem is, that we're just judging each other left and right so easily with what we do with our bodies, what we decide to do with it, what we dress. I know sometimes when I post a picture of me like in a little like lingerie, which is something that I rarely do on Instagram, but when I do, there's nothing wrong with it. Like it's my body and I'm not ashamed of it. And if I want to show it to the world, what's so wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make me less connected with God. It doesn't make me less of a person, less of a woman. It doesn't do any of those things. I think that's just the negative narrative that is going around, that like if you are that type of woman, then that there's different types of women and that one type of woman is better than the other type. And that's not right. You know, like that's so not right. So I just wanted to say that because, yeah, I was just really passionate about saying that message out there. And again, if you disagree, that's fine. I'm not here to debate. You believe what you believe because of the life experiences that you've gone through. So why would I ever sit here in my chair and, you know, try to debate what you believe if I've never ever in my life have lived and experienced anything that you've experienced that have led you to have that paradigm. That's pretty much it for today's video. Again, leave me a comment down below, and I love you guys. I can't wait to talk to you guys again on the book club, on here, everywhere else, all the info, products, and the product list is also going to be in the description box. So have a blessed and beautiful day, and I can't wait to see you soon.